You know, if you're competing this summer, just how difficult it can be to maintain a positive mindset. You're dieting, you're training, you're putting it all on the line, you're going as hard as you can. Meanwhile, life doesn't slow down for anyone. It's going up, it's going down, it's going sideways, it's going every possible direction and upside down all at the same time. And you're just trying to balance everything you've got going on and bring your best physique to the stage at the same time. Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips to keeping a positive mentality throughout your prep as you get ready for summer shredding. Let's do it. You know, I could come on here and say a lot of generic stuff, but I'm going to do my best to relate each point to a specific story from prep. First and foremost, I think your outside environment plays a big part in your journey throughout prep. So my first tip to keeping a positive mindset throughout prep is to surround yourself with supportive people, and not only that, but communicate with them what you're going through. Don't be afraid to be transparent. Your journey, your experience you're having is extremely unique. Not everyone you know competes. You know, out of your whole friend group, you might be the only person who competes. So nobody else can possibly understand what you're going through, which is why it's not their obligation to just automatically understand, more so as it is your obligation to communicate and be understood. I don't know what's going on today, man. It's like we're living in Gotham City. Every 30 seconds, there's an ambulance or a siren wailing down the street out there. I'm sorry if it's in the background. I'm trying to be motivational. I'm trying to hype y'all up. And people out here dying in these streets, bro. Y'all be safe out there. So surround yourself with supportive individuals. And in this day and age, that goes even beyond your IRL community, if you know what I mean. Your in real life buddies. I'm also talking about what you surround yourself with online. Who are the people you're following? What type of messages are they putting out there? Are they supportive? Are they conducive to a positive mentality? Or are you following a bunch of donut accounts and cookie accounts? You know, some people like to look at that stuff while they're simultaneously starving themselves. I like to just focus on my goal, my mission, and save the result, save the reward for after. So those are not the types of accounts I would be following. I would only be following and consuming content, if any. If I don't just go 0 dark 30 on the world, then I would only be consuming content that aligns directly with the goal and what I'm trying to achieve and the mission I'm on. That simple. There's just so many pitfalls for distractions. This is not the time or place for you to allow nonsense in your life. Just cut it out. And if there are certain people you do have to cut off, I wouldn't even think twice about it, because this is about you at the end of the day. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. You can't squander it because of someone else. Don't let someone else waste that chance for you. This is you. You have the opportunity to do it, so do it. It will be worth it. And you will be better off without those negative people in your life. Why do you have those negative people in your life anyway? You don't need them, I promise. Let them go. Okay, this is the last statement I'm going to make on this point, and then we're moving on. This concept applies even more when it comes to your significant other. Okay, you need to talk to this person, and you need to do your best to be understood by this person, because prep drives a wedge in between relationships that can be hard to recover from without near perfect communication. I'm just being honest. I'm speaking from personal experience here. You need to communicate. You need to talk about what you're going through. And I would say make sure your partner understands that it's temporary. It's temporary if you're a little bit irritable, if you're lacking that drive, if you know what I mean. Just let them know it's just temporary, okay? And you're focused, you're on your mission right now, and everything, all the hardship, the struggle, it's temporary. And at the end of the day, you really find out if that person's holding it down for you. Because if they can't last for 12 weeks or 16 weeks for you to go through this prep, if they can't hold it down and really be there for you and support you, then that's pretty eye-opening. And I would say for that aspect, it can be a good thing. It can be a good thing for relationships to go left during your prep because it brings out the person maybe you really are, but it also shows you who that person really is as well in how they interact with you and how they support you during this time or don't support you. A lot of people break up during their prep. I'm just saying. I want to keep this positive, but it is what it is. This is just something I need to make y'all aware of so you don't make the same mistakes. That's what it's about. My second tip to keeping a positive mindset throughout your prep for summer shredding is positive self-talk. You need to pay close attention to your internal dialogue and make sure that you are not sabotaging yourself mentally. You might think, I'm not lean enough, I'm not shredded enough, I'm not big enough, I wish my genetics were like this or like that. I promise you, you're going to do great. Just focus on your mission, do the best work you can every single day, and encourage yourself as well. On top of that, it's very important for you to replace that negative self-talk, those doubts. Oh, he's going to be at the show. Oh, he's competing. Oh, I'm going to stand next to this guy. Forget about all that. Forget about all that. Control what you can control, which is your effort on a daily basis. You sticking with your plan. You have a plan, stick to it, follow through, execute all the way. I promise you will be proud of the package you bring to stage on show day. But I understand during prep, everything gets put under a microscope, and I am the king of being self-critical. So I myself need to take this advice, but what you need to do is really highlight all of your wins, even your small successes throughout the day, and then learn and let go of any mistakes along the way. Obviously, like I said at the very start, life has its ups and downs and lefts and rights, but you need to roll with the punches and you need to not allow anything to knock you off track. Even if someone starts hyping you up, they say your physique is crazy, or someone says, you don't look that lean or you don't look that, no matter what anyone says, you need to be solid within yourself and you need to stay level. You don't want to get too high, and then of course you don't want to get too low. You want to be in control of your emotional state throughout this period. Otherwise, your emotional state will not only control you, but it will ruin you. Emotions run high during this time, and you don't want to let it get the best of you. Your hormones are out of whack. Your life is in shambles, especially towards the end of prep. Everything feels like it's just collapsing, but you need to be the one to be solid and steady in your mind. My third and final tip to keeping a positive mentality throughout your prep for summer shredding, and I have to say this is the biggest one here, and it is to follow your plan. Follow your plan. Follow your plan. Because at the end of the day, if you follow your plan, that is something you can be proud of. If you're not going off track, if you're not cheating on your diet, you're not missing any workouts, then at the end of the day, when you finally put your head down on the pillow to sleep, you can be proud of the fact that you are executing this plan to the best of your ability. Leave no room for doubt as to whether you executed and did what you were supposed to. When you have a plan and you follow through and you know you did not leave even one single stone unturned, you can be proud of that. And when you can be proud, it's hard to be negative at the same time. It's hard to be negative. It's hard to be down on yourself when you are filled with pride for following through and doing what you're supposed to do. And at the end of the day, if you're following the plan, then the results will follow. And that as well is something to be proud of and something to encourage you to stay positive. On the other hand, if you're cheating on your diet, if you're missing workouts, then no amount of self-talk is really going to help you get over the fact that you cheated. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You messed up. That comes with guilt. It comes with shame. And it's hard to get over that. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. But again, you want to do your best to learn from the experience and then let it go as much as possible. As long as you learn from the experience, then feel free to just let it go. Just let it go. What's done is done. The past is the past. It doesn't serve you to dwell on it, but you need to make sure you learn from it and then let it go. Now, you can avoid having to learn from it and let it go and tell yourself to not dwell on it by just following your plan. Follow your plan. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do whatever it takes. There is no feeling that compares to the sense of pride when you go through an entire 12 or 16 week prep and you don't mess up once. You think back to all the times, all the moments throughout those 12 or 16 weeks where it would have been so easy to cheat. It would have been so easy to eat some nonsense instead of bringing your chicken and rice in a Ziploc bag. You're going to think back to the lengths you went to in order to stick to your plan, in order to not go off track, and you're going to be so proud regardless of the outcome, regardless of what happens on stage. The real show, the real journey is in the prep, 100%. I would take those 12 to 16 weeks of prep. If you take away the show at the end and just remove it, just erase it, all the value is still in those 12 to 16 weeks. You don't lose any value if you take away the show, because all the value is in that prep, in that journey. I say it all the Dude, I live in a neighborhood. Who's going that fast? Anyway, all the value is in that prep. I want you to embrace it. I want you to do everything in your power to make the most out of this time. Don't waste time being negative. Don't waste time being down on yourself. This is an opportunity to transform your physique, but I swear it's an even greater opportunity to transform your character and your life as well. Prep is so valuable. I don't want to see you waste it being negative. There's so many great things that you can achieve and learn throughout this time. That's what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on growth. I want you to focus on transformation in every aspect. Even if things don't go perfectly according to plan, even if life goes up, down, left, or right, roll with it. Roll with it. Roll with it. Just keep going. Don't quit. That's the biggest thing. Don't quit. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. These have been 3 tips to keep a positive mindset throughout your prep for summer shredding or whatever bodybuilding show you're signing up for. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I appreciate your support in my journey. This is Evan Aga at the Astro Physique. Shoot for the stars.